Okay, great. So today in our session series, session number 4 for Prepare to Place, run by Degree to Placements, I welcome all of you. On behalf of Degree to Placements, I am Chartered Accountant Deepak Mulchandani, the founder for Degree to Placements, and today I have with me Mr. Vibhral Modi. He is a chartered accountant and he is presently serving in EY GDS. And today we will be having a conversation with Vibhral on various aspects of chartered accountant students, future chartered accountants, about offshore accounting, offshore auditing, and the career prospects in that. So, welcome, Vibhral. Vibhral, you are the co-host. You can unmute yourself.
Okay, great. Thank you. I was trying to.
I understand you must be used to with the Teams tool rather than this
Yeah.
Zoom tool. Yes, corporates are working on that, and teaching and teachers are working on this. So there has to be a bit
Okay.
different.
Yeah.
So no worries onto that. Hope it's comfortable to you right now.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'm used to it now.
Usually we take a minute or so. So it's 5:75 is the usual time where we start. So we have a minute
Okay.
Vibral right now. So we'll get
Okay.
going after a minute or so.
Sure, so we can wait.
Yeah. May I please ask other candidates to just give me a confirmation that me and Vibral both are clearly visible to you? Great. So
Deepak
it's
sir, one request. If we can request our participants if they want to come on camera, then it would be great. Because
I always insist them. I don't know what stops them. They all are camera shy. But that's the
oh,
first lesson they should have, that during their meetings in your companies, they have to be continuously available on the camera.
yeah. It's
So,
always good to see faces while talking.
yes.
Whatever, like.
So, may I request all of you to comb your hair, put on t-shirts and shirts, and then come in front of the camera so that we can see all of you together. Let me see the gallery, how many are visible. So, Yatin is there, Rajesh is there, Nikita is there, Unnati, Mr. Girdharan from Chennai, Mahima, Pragya, Ankit, Ashi. I could see few of my current students also. Sajo, Parth. Good to see all of you. Dev Narayan, nice. Sajo, Parth, if you can switch on your cameras, that would be good. Hmm. Okay. People, I think people still will be camera shy.
That's totally fine. जो आए हैं वो बहुत अच्छे हैं. Thank you
Yes,
for coming. Yeah.
correct. That should be the case. So, folks, it's 7:07. We should begin our session. And first of all, I really want to thank Vibral to be generous enough to accept the invitation to come and guide you. Me and Vibral were playing cricket together and we had a small chat. And I said that, would you like to come and guide kids? So he said, sir, I'll be more than happy. So that's how it started. Let me introduce, and I'm proud to introduce Vibral this way. I'm delighted to introduce Mr. Vibhral Modi. He's a manager at Ernst& Young with over 6 years of experience leading audits for global clients in the field of mutual funds, private equity, hedge funds, which are managing around $1 trillion funds. He has worked in US, APAC, and Canada regions. He has developed automation tools to enhance audit efficiency, earned multiple awards, and actively contributes to EY Sports and Wellness Committee and has got many awards. Before joining EY, Vibhral developed his leadership skills in his family business, helping his father scaling dealership operation of Quality Walls and Vadilal, both brands under one roof. He also has a strong academic foundation. He has been a teacher, teaching accounts, economics, business studies for CPT and IPCC students. And he has developed the habit of reading books, mainly self-help and autobiographies. Other than that, he loves to play cricket and is an active member of Toastmasters Club too. Welcome, Vibhral. So happy to have you. And just to recognize your presence, let me ask all the candidates who are attending this session to give their geographical location so that we understand that what is the demography which we are addressing. So can you all please type your locations in your chat boxes, please? So it's Jaipur, Gujarat, Betul, Kolkata, Chennai, Indore, Chennai again, Ujjain, Lucknow, Tamil Nadu, Indore, Gujarat, Ahmedabad, okay, Jaipur, Bhavani Mandi, Thane, great. So we have got good amount of representation from east, west, north, all the places, Vibhral. Delhi also.
Great.
Okay. So how we plan to do it in a very question and answer way, I think that is the best way out. But let me give it to Vibhral for first so that he can have a word with you and then we can initiate the conversation with each other. All yours, Vibhral.
Thank you so much, and thank you for this wonderful introduction. Okay, so when I had a conversation with Deepak sir, basically what I wanted, like when I said yes, right, I want to interact with all of you. Is the thing like I want to bridge the gap between what we are getting qualified from and what the market is demanding right now. To be very honest, there is a gap. Okay, the interaction is the most important thing we look into the big four. Okay, see, my background, everyone has totally different life, right? You must have living from some coming from some other background. I'm coming from some other background. I have some other family difficulties. You have some other family difficulties. But how you आप कैसे वो सारी difficulties को how you like put in one kind of a garland and put it on your chest and wear it like a winner. It is all it counted. For us in Big Four, every day is kind of a challenge because every day we have to report to the onshore. Every day we conclude our work, we discuss with them. So there we have interaction all day long with our seniors, with our staff. Then at the end of the day, with our senior managers onshore. Okay, so that's the key. Interaction is the key. We ask questions, they reply, and we make sure that we are asking some better questions. Okay, some informed questions, questions which we have worked upon. Then only we are asking. Okay, so I want this session to be as interactive as possible. A monologue only works for Kartik Aryan in Pyar Ka Panchnama, not for us. So here we have to make sure that we are interacting on a very higher level. Okay.
I have
Deepak sir.
a few questions, Vibhral, for you.
Sure.
Because the demography of the students which we have are somebody who has entered CA finals and somebody who's awaiting the results also. So my first set of questions will come to you in terms of, first of all, I have heard two names in the market always. There is something called EY and there is something called EY GDS. Correct?
Yeah.
So I understand this. Only the word EY says EY India Business and EY GDS stands for EY Global Delivery Services.
Yeah.
So how are two different, if you can tell me?
Okay. So EY India is nothing less than what you guys do in your general articleship office. Simple. It is simply on a bigger level. Now you are looking into the listed clients, but those are Indian companies. Now you are looking at some big partnership firms who are like having 500 crore valuations, but at Indian level, right? You get to know the office of the India. You go there and sit there and work there, right? You look at the invoices physically, right? But when you come to the global delivery service, the first conception, the first thing we make up in mind, okay, instruction based tasks will come, we will do something in Excel, we will do this, and there's no application of the knowledge of real CA knowledge, but that's not the case. In global business service, now the so just to inform you guys that EY global business, now it is called it first it is called GDS, Global Development Services. Now it is called Global Business Service, GBS. So these guys are keeping the changing their name time to time because we are developing, we are increasing like anything. When I joined EY GDS, okay, at that time it used to call GDS. We used to do instruction based audit. Okay, they send us few tasks, we do it, we send it, done. But now I can challenge the onshore partners. You know, this is the procedure which we need to follow because this is about the standard of auditing saying this. Now it means we are doing end to end audit. It is just like we are not having the authority to sign on it. That's all. Otherwise, I run whole end-to-end audit. From setting up a canvas, we call it canvas where we used to work, okay, where we keep all the files. From setting up that workspace to giving the partner the file, the final audit report to sign. We manage everything end to end. That is the kind of, I will say, dictatorship, I will say to be very honest, we are doing right now in being an Indian working in India, living in India, working from India, but we are running the audit end to end. And it is a great exposure. You will
Great.
not believe, like, people from India are oftenly, very oftenly, they are called on for US rotations, for Canada rotations, Southwest US, and the most toughest location is Central US, New York. Okay, so then people are continuously getting a call from there that please come to US, learn some more than what audit we are doing. You guys must be thinking audit is the only thing we CA do. No, nobody is paying the big four just to do the audit. They want some additional services. They want some suggestions. They want how we can be better somewhere, right? So we are here for. That is why we are. It is not like we are economical. हम सस्ते पड़ते हैं. No, that is not the case. Even GDS Sri Lanka is far more cheaper than us. GDS Malaysia is far more cheaper than us. Many other countries are far more cheaper than us. But no, India is dominating in this market because we are giving the quality. Because the chartered accountant which are working on, they possess the knowledge, technical knowledge which we have, which we learn throughout the course. But the only issue, Deepak sir, which I have faced while working with newly qualified chartered accountant, they don't know how to present their knowledge. That's the only issue.
That's the reason we are having these sessions. This is something you and I agree that there is a gap. And because of that gap, only these sessions are happening. So I'll just summarize what you said to make them understand and ask any questions which they have. So popular belief ये है that offshore accounting units like EY GDS only does transaction audit. But now, as you have said that it has changed. So now you are dictating them. Only thing is sign वो कर रहे हैं. Everything is being decided, done and executed by you. Because
Yes.
earlier I kept on listening from many people that sir, the exposure is limited. We don't get a lot of knowledge. We don't interact with the client. So I think in this conversation, you have already told that you directly interact with the clients.
Yeah.
And
We have the upper hand, sir. Deepak sir, they tell us, कि Vibhral, please drop an email to client whatever you require because you know more than us on this.
so it is as
I
good
wish I can share my screen and show it, but I can't do.
no. That I think due to
But
integrity and
yeah,
confidentiality issues, we can't.
yeah,
I know that. So, but that's really nice to know that GDS has become GBS. Now you are giving business services rather than only delivering specific
yeah,
services. You are becoming more of a solution provider to them rather than simply an accountant.
yes.
And as you said that you can be rotated, so matlab you can travel abroad also.
Definitely. Um, See, in my case, what happened, like, my we got pregnant, so I didn't get a chance at that time when I get the opportunity to go for long-term rotation for 1.5 year. I have to skip that because my family comes first.
Okay.
But in place of me, I sent my senior. My senior, it means I was a manager, and I sent my senior, okay, go and learn on this engagement what they want to tell us, what additional services they want, what we want to do. And he came back after 1.5 year service, and he learned a lot of things, right? We have increased that level of engagement to another level. So what is happening, Deepak sir, over here? We are good technical people. India is considered by, if you are not getting anything resolved technically, send it to Indians. That is a famous saying in EY. Okay, you are getting solved. Okay, technically it is not getting resolved. Send it to the Indians. Give them the book from where they can find the solution, and we make sure that we are using every tool in our hand to give that solution to them.
Wow.
Now, when I'm saying tools, we are good with automations also. Nobody is making that automations. When we say AI, right? AI is nothing how you are using the machine language. That's all. What you are saying, ChatGPT is AI? No. ChatGPT is LLM, large language model, where we are putting our questions. He is having some book. From that book, that LLM, that ChatGPT is finding that extract of answer and putting them in some grammatically correct answer in the language of the question asked. That's all. When we say automations, right? Automation is like tailor-made tool which is making your work day-to-day life in a single step. What is like how I should, a routine task, right? A repeated task which is there. How you can make it easier? How it make it in
Error
one
free.
click? Yeah. So this
Error
is
free
how.
and sweet.
Yeah. For example, in one of my client Deepak, so what happened? There's one task where the files with around 84 funds were there, and every fund is sending in files in the different format. For example, capital allocation files. 84 funds, capital allocation, every fund is having around 50, 50, 60, 60 partners. But if I see when I observe those files, I realize, okay, though those of the files format are different, but the content is same. वही contribution, distribution, withdrawal, um, withdraw holding tax, then it comes to dividend, then some other fees, management expenses, like that. Content is same, right? Now my staff is like doing control C, control V, putting them in format. Then we develop a tool, small tool, taking the help of IT developers, okay? And the task which you should take 500 staff hours has been come down to only 34 staff hours. This is the drastic change which we are making in globally.
So that
So
means it's being told us that, as you said, that very famous line, if it's not being able to be done somewhere, send it to India business, they will do it.
they will do it and more efficiently.
So that's the beauty of our talent and that's the beauty of our capabilities, which they are recognizing.
Yeah. And they see, you have to earn respect. And for earning the respect, you have to work a little bit differently. I'm
Correct.
not saying that other managers of my level are not doing good things. They're doing good things in their own area. But where I know I can hit the bouncer very well to the out of the park, but I can't hit good length ball. But my
Correct.
colleague can hit a good length ball, so I have to give the strike to that guy who is to the for the bowler who is throwing the good length ball, right?
Correct.
So you should know your strength. Okay, I know my strength. I like to communicate with many people within the organization. I will communicate with them. I will create some solution using all of them. So I did it, but others are doing their own way. That's the beauty of audit. Audit, we are sending opinion, sir. We are not sending certification. We are issuing opinion. It
Correct.
means uh, you are the person who's judging whether this document is coming is correct or not, right? So it is all about how you are taking that particular document in what sense, where you are utilizing it. So that is why I'm saying when you interact, right, you gain knowledge. You understand how things can get better. So in India, that the culture is developing to be sir, Deepak sir. What we are trying over here, Big Four are trying in their organization. they're interacting, they're trying to please interact with other sectors also. We are having lot of knowledge, we are having lot of areas which we are working on. But we within the organization don't know what is for, right?
Correct.
So that is why we always say, to answer your question, right? Global business services we are providing. We are not doing audit only. हम बोल रहे हैं कि हम हर एक चीज करेंगे आपके लिए.
Great.
तो
So it opens up the world of opportunities and
yeah,
exposure.
yes, definitely.
But sometimes you always find, Vibhral, few people coming back and saying that it's monotonous. That is one thing which I heard from many people. I'll be very honest with you so
Yeah,
that
I totally get it. I was told when I was joining Global
yes. So
DY.
and
With,
because see, these kids also have been hearing these stories from their seniors and with a lot of people blabbering on LinkedIn and various different forums. May I please request all the audience, have you heard this that offshore accounting and GDS and all this is monotonous and no growth? Please give me your answers on chat box. Hina says yes. Others? Hmm. So Vibral, if you see the chat box right now, all of them are
yeah,
saying
very
yes.
much. Yeah.
And now I have heard it's kind of monotonous and template based work. See, this is
Okay,
what. And now,
Sabha. Yeah, Deepak, sir, sorry to interrupt.
sorry, yeah, please.
Sabha, if you can allow Sabha to unmute herself, if Sabha is okay with that. Okay.
Sabha, will you be able to unmute yourself? I'll allow. Just a minute. Yeah, participants are allowed to unmute themselves, so they can
Okay.
unmute and speak.
Sabha, can you hear me?
Mm,
Okay. Uh,
I'm just waiting
okay.
Sabha to unmute herself. Sabha, you can unmute yourself. I'll unmute. Just a minute. I'll unmute, beta.
Sir, am I audible, sir?
Yeah. Now Sabha can ask. Yes,
Okay,
Sabha.
great.
So one of my senior told me so that I get to know about from him, sir. He said that it's a kind of a template based working. So more than 6 to 8 months, you will be learning something, and after that you will get used to it. After that, you won't get any new kind of learnings. It will be like a template based working. You will be repeating the same task over and over again and again. For 1 to 3 years it will be like that only. After that, if you get a promotion, maybe you will be learn something new, or else it will be the same task, you will be repeating it over again and again. That's the kind of
Wow. I'm telling you, you are not the only one. Even people in EY itself saying this. I'm getting repetitive tasks. I'm getting same thing over and over again. So see, I just gave you an example, right? I have reduced 500 hours to 34, 35 hours of the staff, right? If you want to do repetitive tasks, you will get the repetitive tasks. It is all up to you, Sabha. See, you have mentioned one more thing about the template. See what happened. I will go a little bit technical now, Deepak sir. Okay.
okay, sir.
In PCAOB findings, what happened? They're saying, right, you are doing the same kind of audit. For example, pension audits, right? It is not for EY only. It is for all the big audit firms, big six, big eight, you can say big 10. Okay, what is happening over there? They're saying why the documentation is not consistent. If suppose I'm checking the investment and investment is supposed to check in specific manner, okay, why we can't document it in a specific manner? Okay, either investment you have done, either it is wrong or right. That we can do, right. Market value we have disclosed $5 million, and as per if the share is listed, it is $5 million value is supposed to come $5 million, and in FS it is showing $5 million. It is okay. We have verified, and it should be documented in some manner, right? But when we are seeing the documentation, somewhere it is something different, and somewhere it is different, right? So now there has to bring some consistency in the documentation process. There comes there comes the template.
Okay,
There comes the enabler. Okay, this will make your work easier. See, you're working being senior or being staff, you're working only on one engagement, right?
okay,
We as a manager, senior manager, are working on around 10 to 12 engagement. we don't have time to look into each and every language of that documentation and review it and do it, right?
Yes, sir.
So how will we bring the efficiency? We have to bring the efficiency. How will we do when the things are consistent throughout the way, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm a big fan of cricket, right? How will I bring my pull shot to the best level when I'm repeating my pull shot again and again, practicing pull shot again and again on the net for 100 times? Okay,
Okay.
then only my pull shot get better. How will I get my documentation better when I'm consistently managing the documentation in all the clients, similar clients? I'm not saying that pension audit ka investment should be same with 10K audits, normal FS audits, right?
Mm.
No, I'm saying, but I am having 100 pension audits. That should be consistent, right?
Yes, sir.
There comes the play. There comes the things which we do for efficiency. Now, second thing, you have to show interest. And this is very, very important. I have been placed to many clients which are big, but I am getting only one area. I walked out. I don't want. I have never been part of the pension audit committee or
Okay.
pension audit group in EY. I fight it for it. I want in. I went in. Okay. This is all up to you. Your personality describe the level of work you get. I have seen people who were on the same client as a staff and now promoted as a manager of the same client. They don't have any clue of other client, what is going on. But I fight it for it. I went, no, I have worked in Canada region. Please let me work on some America clients. They say, no, 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 we don't have that. We don't have that. It took me 8 months. But they then, when I keep pushing, keep mailing them, I want to have, I can manage, I can work for a little bit extra hours. Then what happened? They put me on Southwest region's client. Okay, I did good over there. Oh my God. Then I would get bored in doing 2 cycles only. I want something else. Then I fight it for pension audit clients. Okay. They say we don't have any vacancy over there. No issue. I can help it. I can help. I will not charge us, but give me at least, put me in the training at least. They put me in the training. Somewhere, some part of the country, people are getting fired or people are getting leaving the organization. I know one day my time will come. I will get the pension or it full fledged. Yeah, somebody left the organization and I got the opportunity to work on the pension audit completely. Great. Then in then there comes the cycle of private equity client, hedge fund client, mutual fund client, alternative investment now, and real estate. Then I realized, okay, these many areas are there. Till now, I have worked on mutual funds only. I want to see what is this alternative investment is. So much buzz around. I want to work in an alternative investment. I ask them, okay, they say, okay, private equity, alternative investments, work on a similar fashion. I push myself. I worked a little bit extra for 2, 3 months. I got that also. And I can proudly say that, Deepak sir, I have worked on almost every BAM audit sector they are having right now in EY because I fight it for it.
It
I
comes,
don't want to be monotonous. I don't want to sleep and work with my eyes closed because I will not grow.
it comes to, so then, Vibhral, what I can say is that comes to your personal liking also.
Yeah.
That if you want to do something new, you will always find a way out. As you said, you
We are
can.
developing template. Yeah. We are developing templates. So you will not believe. Uh, okay, my first question to all of you. I thought I will not ask question, but I make it a little bit interesting.
Yes,
I
yes.
will ask first one question.
Am I allowed to
Okay.
participate?
Yes, sir. My first question to all of you is like, when you accept the client or when you start the client, what do you do? What is the first step?
I have
What
I
is the
have
first step?
discussed this question with them. They should answer it. This will be my test. Guys, don't let me down. Come on. You all are supposed to answer.
And I'm very sure that most of them know the right answer, but they don't have the willpower.
Here is the I
Yeah,
have answers coming.
good, good. I have an understanding of the entity. Okay.
Know your client, understand the client and the environment of entity, nature of business, KYC. Okay. So it's KYC as fees, know your customer or know your client.
Okay. Now you forget the very first step. First, did you check whether you have been appointed as an auditor or not?
Yes, Sabha said
We start,
acceptance maintenance should be ensured before starting.
yeah, we should
He-
ensure first. Okay. So now you said it, right? Now we have discussed this. Suppose you're working in EY. Suppose all of you are working in EY and you started working on this like this. You started understanding the entity and like that. Now here come the template. We set it right. We set a proper format. Okay, for scope and strategy, these are the tasks which you have to follow. Go one by one. These are the document which we have prepared for you. You have to ask these questions. If you feel like you can add, there in every template, in every work paper, there is a line we put. Please add or remove as per your understanding. It is all about you who has to develop the understanding that, okay, yeah, this question is not applicable for my client. This question is applicable for my client. That understanding has to be there. And how will you get that understanding? From talking to onshore team, that doing mails and everything. The communication game has to be on top notch. Thanks to ChatGPT, that I can correct my mail grammatically, but believe me, guys, the body of the mail has to be written by you. Then you can put to ChatGPT and saying, okay, please correct the grammar of this mail, or please make it more, look it more professional. That you can do, but you have to come to that level, right? So that is where we lag. We don't know how to communicate. We know, okay, I want this support from support from the client, but we don't know how to ask it. बहुत lame sound कर रहा होगा, but that is the real issue which we are facing. You will not believe. We don't know how to interact. Okay.
So
Yeah.
let's come to it, Vibral, in a different way. For
Yeah.
example, all of us do articleship from different places, and the articleship model is such that the kind of work which your principal has, you are supposed to learn in that only. So most of the people within smaller firms and smaller towns end up doing partnership, sole proprietor, GST returns, TDS reports, and tax audits. Internal audit or control testing is as good as more theoretical at various places in smaller businesses. So there always remains this gap which you and I started the conversation with. So in terms of bridging that gap, like you also went past chartered accountancy, you were also not aware of all that. So as of now, one person who is completing CA finals, what he or she should be studying, should be reading, which will help him or her to develop this understanding, because this is something is the biggest roadblock in employment of any of the small town person to a big four. Along with communication and better presentation, that is a mandatory thing. Technically, because these kids have their results 1 month down the line right now. And trust me, if somebody after giving exams is ready to sit in an evening listening all this, then we should be giving them at least those sources by which they should be able to study and understand something. So can you point out what they should read, what they should refer, where they will get the understanding of all this at the scale which big fours like EY work?
So, now, very well. So that is the most important thing, to be very honest. Like someone's, I read it in one of the book. Like it is not about what you possess; it's about what you deliver. Okay. So now, how I learn, to be very honest, how I learn, I can tell you that, because sir, there is no, I will say there is no guidebook which I can give you. Okay, ये guidebook लो, ये पढ़ लेना, तुम्हारा काम हो जाएगा. ऐसा नहीं होगा. Okay. How I learn, see, how I learn is this: I have changed my attitude towards the um, books. How I how I change this. Um, I change my perception. Okay, this is not theoretical. This has to be practical. Okay. The question which I asked: what you will do when you will ask the client to, when you will start the audit, right? So now I simply think about it. Okay, this is okay. I cannot start doing the work right away, right? I have to think how I get this audit. Okay, you got this audit. What is the SA315 says? Before SA315, is there any acceptation continuance uh, um, thing is there? Okay, we are starting to understand the entity, but before that, is there anything to be do? Question yourself. Question the book. Question the flow in which the standard of auditing has been designed. Okay, make interactive. Now, how it is, how I can make myself interactive with the books, read the real-time case studies. As simple as that. बहुत easy है. आप ChatGPT पे जाओ. Okay. See. Uh, Simply type. Okay. How I can accept the. What are the procedure to accept an audit? How an auditor gets selected? Okay. ChatGPT will give the answer as per their perspective. You know things. You know things from the standard of auditing perspective, right? ChatGPT will give their answer from his, well, I would say his or her perspective, right? I don't know what the pronouns for the ChatGPT right now. Okay. So whatever ChatGPT gives you, read that. What you know about from the standard of auditing, read that. Understand okay, what the procedural difference is there, right? So this is the first stage, right? Now second stage. For accepting the auditor first step, you can go like how the investment are verified in the audits. Simply write the question in the Google or ChatGPT. Answer आने दो. Whatever answer comes up, because ChatGPT doesn't know all technical terms. She knows the procedure. Okay. So now you know the procedure. Okay, there's a practical procedure coming up, and how I can align them with the standards which are mentioned in the audit books. Okay, understand from that perspective. Read it read the same thing from two different perspectives. Okay, then you will understand. Okay, इसको इस तरीके से भी पढ़ा जा सकता है. Okay, then how I learn by reading the real time real time case studies. Okay, real time case studies means many audit frauds are getting caught throughout the year, right? Read them. एक दिन एक article, pick any article for a single day, read it, and understand what procedure they have missed out, what auditing standard they have missed out. If you are feeling like that this auditing standard has not been done, see, first of all, one more thing, your auditing standard is different from other auditing standard. US auditing standard, no. I am sorry to say, but most of them are copy paste. Okay. So understand that in EY, I have the liberty to use the vast knowledge they are having right now. In their live atlas, in their different sources, I access them.
These are the
Okay,
internal
but
knowledge tools, Vibhral. These are the internal knowledge tools which the firm has.
yeah, so the firm has.
While
Okay, and it is
meanwhile
a
you were speaking, I just tried to make the best use of we both together. I just typed a simple line at ChatGPT right now. If you can see, I want you to help me in auditing. And it has given, of course, Deepak, happy to help with auditing. Now, if I say, help me audit investments.
So, for example, over here only, the first line she has given, ChatGPT has given to us. Which audit you are doing? State audit, internal audit, that audit, this audit, right?
Correct.
See, so here only you start understanding. Okay, yeah, okay, documentation might be different for state audit, internal audit, tax audit, and something else, right? Think from that perspective. What planning when we're accepting a client? So, in state audit, what kind of documentation is required? In internal audit, what kind of documentation is required? In tax audit, क्या required है? Or some special cases audit, right? So if we are making financial statement, special purpose framework, in that what kind of documentation required to accept the audit? First stage, right? First time itself, you can go through different perspectives, right? But the thinking which we need, that has to be changed. You can't go bookish. You can't go bookish. When you say I'm a chartered accountant looking for a job, they're not going to ask you the question of BCom wala bacha. Don't go with that mindset. They are not going to compare with the BCom because they are going to pay you more than BCom person. No matter that guy is from Delhi University or somewhere else. Doesn't matter. You're
Yeah,
going to get judged with a chartered accountancy.
Vibhral, I just did this. So audit of investments complete checklist has come in. Documentation to obtain, audit procedure, classification, valuation, compliance and disclosure, key audit areas of risk, reporting, everything. Now let me do a small poll here and let me ask all the candidates. How many of you have actually started doing something like this? Be honest to yourself and say, yes, sir, I have started using it. Give me a yes. if you have been using it. And if no, give me a no. It's okay. We are here to learn. So there is a no, no. Somebody said yes, no, no, yes, no. As far as I understand, no's are more than the yes. Used rarely. See, that's where what Vibhral was trying to say. If you want to become make things exciting, don't you think this is something very nice? If you just look at it, it might not be replicating the ICI study material in totality, but isn't it giving you a proper way of how to approach things? And don't you think your answer writing skills and understanding of the client and approach towards the audit will change? Because I know most of the people keep cribbing Vibral, audit to pass ही नहीं होता है, बोर होता है. And once they become chartered accountants, the first thing it say, मैं सब कुछ करूंगा, but I will not do audits. I would do everything, but I won't do internal audit, statutory audit. Then I make them remember this is what you are made for. Being a doctor, if you're not going to look at patients, if you're not going to the surgery room, what's the point of having an MBBS? It's like a lawyer saying not going to the court.
सर दीपक सर, मैं आपने ना दुखती रख में हाथ दुखती रख के वर्कर पे
Sorry?
उंगली रख दी है. हाँ, आपने लाइक वो क्या बोलते हैं, गले पे नमक छिड़क दिया. टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट, हमको लगता है कि ऑडिट इज द मोस्ट बोरिंग थिंग. आई एम टेलिंग यू सर, ऑडिट इज द मोस्ट ब्यूटीफुल थिंग आई हैव एवर डन इन माय लाइफ.
I
इट्स
know.
ऑल अबाउट, सी आप क्या कर रहे हो, आप समझो. when I start any client, I feel like, oh, I'm going to learn about their business, I'm going to learn about their accounting, I'm going to learn about their implementation, execution, everything. I am the one auditor is having the access of the whole thing. We are the unsaid owner, I will say, because मैं सब कुछ चेक कर रहा हूँ. आप समझो, internal controls, मैं how I think of the client now. If I want to start their business, how will I look into this their thing? As simple as that. मेरे को देखना है कि भैया मेरे को चालू करने का है. I want to be this alternative investment. I want to run this alternative investment now. Look at the thing from that perspective. The whole thing will change. Okay, rated party. Rated party is a very very big concept. हम एक कैसे में निपटा देते हैं? If you come to the real world and ask for the rated party inquiry, your mind will get blast. Oh my God, this many documentation has to done for this for the rated party. Yes, sir. Around 8 to 9 forms we fill for related parties only. 8 to 9 forms. So simple as it. But we have to do it. But when you read this form, you feel like, yeah, this is required. This has to be done. This is required. This has to be done. It is all about your perception. You need to understand the documentation has to be now getting standardized because of this AI and all. We are using AI at very minimal level, at very narrow level, which is helping us to document things. But understand, guys, audit is the thing which you're gonna love it once you start reading things. I have in my introduction, Deepak sir has told, right? I have developed the habit of reading books. That is not by chance. That is by force because I started loving audit and audit required a lot of reading. That converted into that habit turned into reading books. And I have never been this much confident in my life since last 2.5 years. Books are my best friend, to be very honest. Books, like one book has changed my life. It is Shoe Dog. I don't know. I'm sorry if I'm going off topic,
Phil
but
Knight.
he's
The story of
Phil
Nike.
Knight. Yeah, Nike Shoe Dog. Man,
My son is reading
I
it. I have not read it. He said that, Bole, Papa, you should read it.
please read it, sir. It's like I'm reading a screenplay of a motivational movie. Man, I changed my whole perspective. How the Nike has developed itself. I cried while reading that book. I laughed. I got angry on the Phil Knight. I become the best friend of the Phil Knight, I feel like, because I was totally into the book. That is how audit is. You have to understand. You have to go. See, I might sound very very मैं बहुत ज़्यादा मतलब nerd sound कर रहा हूँगा, but that's the thing. When you are doing audit, you have to feel like अगर आप इस जगह होते, whether you going to check that procedure or not, that is your forte. People are counting on you.
Correct.
One small mistake done by some big four,
Everybody is just
big
trying to
six.
match vouchers and everybody is trying to just do compliance. They are not living that business. That is what the problem is.
If you're doing compliance, you will get that. So I mentioned, right? I'm getting repetitive tasks. You will get repetitive tasks because compliance is repetitive task. Compliance is certification. ओके आपने कंप्लाई कर दिया ना, हाँ तो ये फॉर्म भरने होते हैं, भरो जाओ. No, I want to make my audit better. How will I do to make it audit make the audit better? When I know the whole thing, right? How will I know the whole thing when I grasp the whole thing? How will I grasp the whole thing when I'm into it?
Correct. So coming
Uh,
one
sir,
more, I
yeah,
have more questions lined up to you because these
sure, sure,
are
sure, sure.
sessions which we need to adhere to time also, and more discussions can be done. Uh, in terms of once they complete, yeah, they have studied CA final, as I said to you. Are there any specific, like Shoe Dog, Phil Knight's book was as good as like to understand in totality, but specific to cases of audit, some reports like a PCAOB report or some, let's say, expert advisory opinions or some cases like related to revenue recognition or related to percentage completion method or certain cases. Are there any specific learnings which are available in public domain from EY side for public also? Do you publish anything as such which can be
Uh,
circulated?
sir, actually, I don't have a perfect answer for it because for us, we have that privilege that EY issues those letters or over our mail, give us those links. We go through those links and we read the articles. We have it at our disposal, right? If you
Mhm.
do, you guys have that access. I'm telling you, I think PCEOB releases their findings online also. Yeah, for the detection articles, PCEOB, if you go to PCEOB, right? If you simply add PCEOB articles over recently findings, recent things like this, you will get the idea. You can search it online right away on a real time basis. Okay, so you will get those things over there. Okay, for me, it is like I never been searched over there like this because we always get those details uh, over mail as an article.
There is Bombay Chartered Accountants Journal, which is Bombay Chartered Accountants Society, which publishes, if I remember rightly. Have you heard about it, Vibral?
No, sir. To be very honest.
This is a very good organization which works in Mumbai, and they have
Okay.
got some real good publications and materials for all these kids if they are really interested in reading. Because I learned a lot from this particular website. See, if you see the top heading right now, supply chain a gold mine for auditors. So they have got this community by which they share knowledge, and they have got these videos also, these sessions also, and their publications also. If you go to BCS publications, if you can just have a look, makes a big difference.
Yeah. See, this much content is already available. You can like please take a look. See, Ashwi, you will not get simpler fraud detection by chartered accountant. You have to little bit dig up in the Google. Okay. You have to look into the articles, you will find few links and you will get those real time basis case studies and all. You will definitely get those.
So see, Ashvi, if you can go here, accounting and auditing, I've just did a filter on BCS. So now accounting auditing books will come in front of me. So you can get multiple things like this. Correct?
In these books only, they explain some case studies also.
Yeah, yeah. I
Uh,
have one, I can show it, but I think that publication has got discontinued. Otherwise, I'm having this one right now in front of me, if it can be seen. It's internal audit, practical case studies by BCS, Bombay Chartered Accountant Society.
okay.
So these things, yes, if they would like to read, if they would like to see, they will learn a lot.
No, if you read few only, na, it will ignite a change of perception in your mind, then you will automatically start thinking, okay, why I can't think from this perspective, why I can't think from this perspective. And I'm telling you guys, audit का paper बहुत simple आता है. They're asking you theoretical questions and very basic case study. When you come to the real life and they start asking the real thing which we do in the life, I'm telling you, it will hard to score even 25 marks. I also curse audit papers a lot. What tough है, what tough है. It is all about because I never take audit as a part of my life. I take it as a subject, but and then realize if I would have taken it just sincere, if I would have taken audit with this sincerity, I would have scored around 80, 85 easily. It is all about audit is all about perception, all about opinion. You're giving your opinion. You have to explain the things. That is what I think looking for. Learn to explain.
So I just summarize few more questions which I have on behalf of all the candidates, and then we'll open this house also for candidates to ask their questions also. Vibhral, what you said is number one, GBS business is as good as India business, correct?
Yeah.
First. Secondly, the perception that it is template based audit, that is purely on the perception of a person. If the person wants to learn more and more, he will develop his own templates rather than just doing clerical work.
Yeah.
There is an opportunity to travel abroad, and you are
Definitely.
now being rotated and you are asked to go and visit the client rather than just executing instructions.
Yes.
And to become updated and to become abreast, you should use ChatGPT kind of tools, and those tools can help you a lot. I'll tell you what, every CA student is not ready to give $20 to GPT also right now. They will go and have those two pizzas. Now this may be sounding harsh to many of them, but they will give those $20 like 1600 rupees for 4 pizzas or a outing to a pub, bar, disco, or going out on a dinner, but will not invest in this. So that is something which they have to come out of that mindset if they want to think bigger. They have to invest in knowledge. And then the last thing which you said is they can develop their own reading habits. That is more required. Correct?
Yes.
And
Sir,
yeah,
yeah.
sorry.
No, please go ahead, sir.
No, what? So now what I am trying to make them understand is if they're able to implement all these things. So working in offshore accounting units also is, and offshore accounting and auditing units is equally rewarding as the India business.
Absolutely, sir. I'm doing more rewarding. You will work-life balance. You will get more in this global.
Oh, you have started a delicate topic.
I'm telling you guys, they respect US guys, European guys, and Paris guys. They are out of the league. I will say. US basically you will work with US and Europe guys. Okay, if you're coming to EY, I'm telling you, please respect your time and they will respect your time. They will never ask you, oh, work overnight. Only near the date of filing. January, February, March might be you will feel like they are the Hitlers. No, because they have the same pressure. Okay. Jan, Feb, March, you will feel the pressure. Otherwise, they will never ask you to work for more than 40 hours a week. And I can write it and give it to you. They never. But those 40 hours should be those 40 hours you're working, not like 10 minutes working and 20 minutes, ha ha, he, he. No, not like that. 40 hours, it means your hand should be on keyboards. Those 40 hours, that count. And they will never ask you. And I'm telling you, we are smart enough that we can complete those 40 hours work in 20 hours. See, sir, I'm doing so many things, right? Toastmasters भी जा रहा हूँ, क्रिकेट प्रैक्टिस भी जा रहा हूँ, बुक्स भी पढ़ रहा हूँ, फैमिली को भी टाइम दे रहा हूँ, बेटी के संग भी डेली 1 घंटा खेलता हूँ. क्यों? Because I have worked on my efficiency. I'm not मैं अपने आप को सेल ऑफ नहीं कर रहा हूँ या मैं मतलब दिखावा नहीं कर रहा हूँ. But I have worked hard on myself. कि I can do this thing in 30 hours, but I will charge 40 hours, and they are allowing me to charge 40 hours because they have decided that this work is a 40 hours. That is why I'm getting those 10 hours extra to do my other things. And I'm learning those in this 10 hours. I'm not sitting idle. I'm learning how I can make the 30 hours to 25 hours to 20 hours. That is why I think I've worked in so many areas and so many regions.
Correct.
And never say no. I will suggest that बहुत लोग बोलते हैं कि नो बोलना सीखो. नहीं, Starting of the career, never say no. मेरा थोड़ा career में थोड़ा late चालू हुआ because I was with my father, helping my father. He needs me at that point of a time. So right now सारे मैनेजर मेरे से छोटे हैं, लेकिन ग्रोथ मेरी सबसे तेज हुई है. तो never say no. Right now I will say मेरे starting of the career है, ठीक है. Never say no because once you reach to senior manager level now, the technical work will be less and admin work will be more. There your learning will stop. Right now your learning is at manager level where you can fight for the different things. Senior manager level पे अलग level का game है, वो game ही अलग level का है. So make sure that you are not saying no. Burn
Vibral,
yourself.
yeah. Vibral, can you just explain the hierarchy which a person as a fresher will get in? What will be the designation at
So,
entry level?
see, जब आप आते हो ना EY में, I will simply say first of all this is not EY sponsor. I'm not from EY.
Yeah.
EY isn't on me. I'm at personal capacity. Okay. तो जब आप आते हो EY में, तो you are being if a chartered accountant, right? You come as senior associate. Okay.
Senior
6
associate.
months, yeah. 6 months you have to work as senior associate. Okay. Then you're promoted as senior 2 directly. That's the leverage you are having.
Senior 2.
Yeah, senior 2. Then senior 3, then AM.
Okay.
Then AM2, then manager. So in 5 years, you become manager.
Great.
And Deepak sir, now they have changed the thing. It is not compulsory that you become manager in 5 years. You have to show that you have increased the managerial skills. You have worked on yourself to increase the managerial skills because they will give you learning. Everything they will give you.
If you are just there for 5 years, doesn't mean you are becoming a manager. You have
Yeah.
to show and prove that you are learning and developing.
जैसे बहुत सारे सीएस हैं जो बैठे हुए हैं 5 साल के बाद भी एएम. आई विल नॉट से देयर नेम.
नहीं,
कुछ
no need to
इंदौर
say.
के हैं, कुछ इंदौर के हैं. आई एम टेलिंग क्यों ऐसा है, क्यों है ऐसा? बिकॉज दे फील लाइक जितना मिला उतना कर लो, तो आपको भी जितना उनको लगता है उतना ही देंगे वो. एज सिंपल एज दैट. इफ यू वांट मोर, भाई आस्क देम. You have to ask them. Competition is way too much. Again, I'm telling you, I'm not किसी को डरा नहीं रहा हूँ. I'm not. I don't want to frighten anyone. Competition is like anything. It is you, your personality, your thrive for knowledge which will stand out.
One question came about salary, so I'm saying that this is not an official webinar, so we can't discuss about the salaries.
I will say one thing about salary. More than market. EY India market. More than India market you will get. That I promise you.
That's the right word. Simple.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you and me and Vibral and me and all will land up in trouble. How
Yeah.
can you put confidential information in public domain despite of being chartered accountants?
So actually ना क्या हुआ, आपने people asking how much the salary is. See, to be very honest, when I was helping my father, I was earning more than what I was earning 2 years back when I joined EY. 3 years, sorry, 6 years back when I joined EY. It is not about always salary. It is about where you want to thrive, where you want to, how you see yourself in 5 years. What
Everything
lame question है.
हाँ, बहुत एक हर चीज को सिर्फ पैसे से नहीं गिन सकता. बिजनेसमैन
हाँ.
भी अर्निंग करोड़ ऑफ रुपीज बट स्टिल कम्स बैक टू अ चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट टू मैनेज इट.
See, I want to get out of that town where I was working with my father. I don't like that city. First motivation. Second motivation, I become chartered accountant and I'm doing this. Oh my God, I can't accept myself. I'm doing this business was super. I was earning. I was boss of my own, but I was not happy with heart. Okay, कि भाई कुछ business है, खुद के मालिक हैं. No, I don't want that mentality. I want to be
Everybody
professional.
has got a different kind of a kick,
Yeah,
Vibral.
yeah,
Somebody, Aman Gupta may say, I will try to develop my own business after becoming a CEO.
yeah.
So everybody has got a different kick. So it again goes back to that individual that you should find out that what gives you that kick, what makes you that person.
It's, yeah, definitely. See, it might happen in 2, 3 years or 4 years when I learn. Okay, I know I've got all the prospects of the audit. I got all the knowledge, and I think I can start my own firm, global firm. I will not think twice, and you might see me after 5 years. Okay, I'm recruiting few of you for my office also. Anything is possible. It is
Correct.
all about a perception. Right now, I don't think say like I'm ready to serve individually. I need help, tech help, which I cannot possess right now. But I think I can have that after 5 years. all about how you have worked. Plan your life accordingly.
I think now we have struck the clock at 8 o'clock. We have got another 10 minutes with each of us. So it's an open house now. May I request all the people who can unmute themselves? I have enabled it that you can unmute yourself and ask the questions one by one. So you all can unmute yourself.
सर आपके क्वेश्चन हो गए ना पूरे?
मेरे तो हो गए. मेरे को कुल मिला के ये सिखाना है इन लोगों को कि इनको क्या करना चाहिए डिग्री आने के बाद या डिग्री आने के बीच में. Rather than just putting out reels and watching Instagram, they should be doing something beneficial for themselves.
Yeah. And guys, just to be clear, I don't have I have Instagram account, but I opened it around 12 years back. Facebook, I opened 12 years back. I am only active on LinkedIn. I don't operate social media. I don't know why.
I have done a session with
I'm not a
them
fan.
how to build their profile on LinkedIn. So I have given them that guidance now. So we have done 3 sessions Vibhral till now. Number 1 session was how to draft a proper CV. Then how to develop your LinkedIn profile and how to then develop your Naukri profile to seek jobs. We have done 3.
Okay.
This is the 4th one which we are having. And tomorrow we'll be having a session with one ex-PwC girl who happens to be my student also, Shreya. Shreya has moved from PwC statutory audit to Avendus into the wealth management industry now. So she will be
Went
also
to the specialization.
Yes. So she will be also sharing her journey and what her experience is all about till now to give that wisdom to all these kids. So yes, all of you can unmute your mics and ask any questions to Vibhral. Girdharan has raised hand. Girdharan, you can ask. You can unmute yourself.
Sir, good evening, sir. Sir, while talking about automation, I was about to ask this question, sir. Sir, can you suggest any areas or ideas like people working as an article in an office, small office, where we can improve our normal way of work?
So start documenting everything which you give to your principal in a better manner. When client comes up, don't ask the principal okay, when the client is coming, give them a proper form of questions which we ask from the client. Don't do the informal meetings with the client. Make them formal. Try to document things which we generally ask from the client. Take a step up and you just think about what you ask from the client when it comes. No matter it's a normal in IT or salary guy. That it, if it is coming, also make a template. Okay, these are the questions which I need to ask from the client. Okay, interact with them. What they think about what their future plans are like. Ask them what other services we can provide to you indirectly, directly. Try to push them little bit, not extremely. Try to little bit push them. Okay, it is not only we can fill IT, we are something more than that. Have a conversation with your principal. Can we do like this? Can we have a conversation with this? Make a template to him or her. Okay. Can we ask our client to fill up this template? This is a very small step. It will not take much time, but it will change your perception to how you can deal with those ITR guys. I think there are many ITR guys, ITR filing which we are doing at your office, right? It's a small office, right?
Yes, sir.
So like this, start with where you can cater many people with a small change. Then see what you get, what reaction you get from a principal, or what reaction you get from, and don't lose hope if your principal doesn't want to change things. Don't lose hope. Come to some other plan, right? Like that. So let's see how it goes. It's all about person to person.
Thank you, sir.
This will increase your communication skills. Yeah.
I think
Am I
Rajesh.
audible, sir?
Yes, Rajesh. Please go ahead.
Good evening to all of us present here, and thank you, sir, for this session and the questioning opportunity. I would just like to get a guidance or on the thing like straight after qualification, is there any requisite that we should get experience in the GDS or such type of big four offices, and then if we plan to like move into MENA region or Middle East region or say US UK region, so can we not directly get roles after straight after qualification, or we need to get these experiences in India first?
See, EY GDS in EY GBS hiring for EY GBS India, right? You can't hire from Middle East like that, first thing. Okay. And I always suggest, see, I have taken around 100 interviews to be very honest of CAs. BCom को तो पता नहीं, I lost the count. I have taken 100 CAs interview last 2.5 years. Okay. And I have selected only 30 or 40. I'm telling you the reason. Two biggest reason of
Yes.
not selecting rest of them. Okay, first thing, they come from different mindset. They say, I know I want to work in this area also, and this area only. I want to work in this area only. So we don't able to decide. Oh, but it is not possible for us to say, you will get into this region only. Okay, so there we get frightened. When you are open for the things, right? See, when I selected, I went to the Canada region. Then I push hard to come to the US region, right? So once enter the organization, and then they ask many times internally we'll get rotated. Okay, we have the vacancy in this region. If you want, you can apply for it. Internal rotations are very easy. First, enter the premises, then we can roam around the whole building. No issue. This is my advice, Rajesh. And I'm not saying that those
Yeah,
people were wrong who said कि मुझे यहीं पे काम करना है. But sometimes it
but
create a fear.
direct opportunities in these regions are difficult in case of
See,
through.
all depend upon Rajesh, all depend upon vacancy. How much availabilities are there? What is
Yeah,
the
and internal
availability?
competencies as
हाँ,
well.
internal आता रहता है. That I can promise to Rajesh के internals in every organization, internal mails rotated. Okay, we get some vacancy in this region. If you want, you can move to there. होता है.
I'll
So,
just
Deepak
add
sir,
one
any
thing
input
in
of
this,
yours?
Vibhral and
Yes.
Rajesh. I'll add one thing from my experience of interacting with other Big Fours also. If you join at a position, then that department or that manager or partner doesn't allow, they say that we are grooming the candidate. So they want to have that candidate at least for some time. So usually it is 18 months. After 18 months, an internal transfer is allowed. 1.5 years.
Yeah, that's also true. Thank you for reminding it. I totally missed out there. That is a precondition.
Yeah, sir.
After 18 months, you
Yes,
can
sir.
take it. Only after 18 months.
Yes, yes, yes.
अगर वो फोर्सफुली कर दे तो वो अप्लाई नहीं होता है. If they say कि नहीं we have the vacancy, you have to go, then you have to go.
But otherwise,
Otherwise,
the
yeah,
point is the partner
voluntarily.
says that I have recruited a candidate, I have made them understand, made them develop, and they can't simply walk away. So at least they should spend at least 18 months in that position and then they can move.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And also, if they move to the other department, it's not simple movement. They have to appear for the interviews of the other department again.
Yes, yeah. Even sir, to be very honest, when I took the pension audit client, I generally it happens in IT industry, but they asked me few questions.
Yes.
Vibhral, can you do? It is not an interrogation kind of interview, but it is like a general conscience interview. कि भाई, do you know this? Do you know this? Do you know that? Can you let me know? Can you let me know? So you have to be prepared. You can't go without wearing pads and helmet for a leather ball match. भाई तैयारी करके जाना पड़ेगा. कुछ खैरात में नहीं मिलता वहाँ कहीं पे भी. Even if you are in EY and within internet transfer.
ये सीए फाइनल के जो रिजल्ट अवेटिंग बच्चे होते हैं ना, इनकी ग्रेप पॉइंट अलग चलती है. इनकी ग्रेप पॉइंट यही होती है, यहाँ ज्वाइन कर ले, वहां चले जा, वहां ज्वाइन करे, ये चले जा. उनको लगता है सब केक वॉक है. इट्स नॉट एज इट इज.
Sir, I'm telling you now, new novelist ये आते हैं and I'm taking interviews with them. The whole perception of them now is totally in a different direction. They
इसीलिए
feel
तो
like they're the
सेशन,
king of the world. No, you're
that's
not
why
king of the world,
that's
sir.
why Vibhral, that's why you and me are here, and we have got at least few interested people who are trying to understand this.
I'm
So, sir,
happy that these
can we say
36 are
that
like lucky. I'm telling you, I don't know. These are lucky guys, 36 who are right now in the chat.
so can we conclude that choices are restricted in big firms particularly, and can we say that of if the individual interest, if the employee want to work in particular sector or say particular division?
See,
So these are
Rajesh,
restrictions.
you can do whatever you want, to be very honest, but after 18 months, okay, and they can do whatever they want with you at any point of a time. Be ready for that. Be open for it. I never asked them to move to me to Canada, but they have moved me to Canada once I promote from senior associate to become to senior two. I never asked them कि भाई मेरे को जाना है, but they moved me. आपको happy face लेके जाना पड़ता है. Once you prove your point, you are worthy enough to do the things. Here the thing starts, right? You have to show your quality. अब अपने आप को एक बार prove तो करो. मेरे को आई एम सॉरी टू फॉर लैंग्वेज, पहले आप उनके मजदूर हो. जब आप अपनी वैल्यू प्रूव करते हो, फिर वो आपके अकॉर्डिंग चलते हैं. बिलीव मी राजेश, दिस विल हैपन विद यू. पहले आप अपने आप को प्रूव करना पड़ेगा. वंस यू इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन, आई विल ऑलवेज से, if you made up your mind that you want to do audit and you want to be part of any big four or offshore units, please prove your metal. Then believe me, you can hit any area you want. They will entertain you. But आपको prove करना पड़ेगा. You have to bring your A game on.
Understood, sir.
Others?
Deepak sir and Vibral sir, just one offbeat question. Like if we want to land in a Middle East, say in corporate or in assurance firm, so we have to directly land there first and then apply, or we can remote. It's a remotely hiring process also
Rajesh,
possible.
I'll help you. Vibral, let me take this. I
Sure.
have a particular video on Middle East positions. It's available on YouTube. There is an interaction available with the person sitting in Dubai. So you can just go through that video. All your queries will get answered, right from how to apply, where to apply, what will be the salary, what will be the cost of living. I have done the whole cost sheet there. So please refer that video. And some good fellow has done some timestamps also in that video. So please refer that.
So thank you, sir. So
Yes. Questions by anybody else? Okay, Vibral, one question is coming. Does something like forensic audit kind of domain exists at EY GBS?
Yes, sir. Very large level.
Yeah. Sanjay, here is the answer. Anybody
आप
else?
आइए तो सर, ये बहुत बड़ा समंदर है. आपको आइडिया भी नहीं है कि क्या क्या होता है. आपको लग रहा होगा कि हम ऑडिट में टेम्पलेट भरते हैं या सेम एक्सेल शीट पे काम करते हैं, फिगर मिलाते हैं, फॉर्मूला लगाते हैं. सर गए वो दिन.
वही तो सिखाने के लिए बैठे हैं यार इनको.
बहुत बहुत पीछे छोड़ के आ गए हम वो दिन.
मतलब लेट मी टेल यू, मेरे लिए भी आई ओपनिंग है आज आपसे बात करना. इट्स क्वाइट आई ओपनिंग फॉर मी, फॉर यू. इवन माय परसेप्शन ऑफ जीबीएस इज चेंजिंग. Why? Let me be very honest. See, it's a continuous learning exercise.
Yeah, definitely.
That is what I'm understanding, that it's a very different game altogether now. Yes, anybody else? Any more questions? We have hit the clock 8:15. Any more questions? Last two we can take. Parth, Sejo, Prashansa, anybody? Any questions?
Sir, after qualification, do we need to study anything like ACCA or CFA extra? Sir?
नहीं.
Not needed.
बिल्कुल नहीं. सर मैं देखो, आप डिपेंड करता है सब. See, now I made up my mind that I want to open something of my own after 5 years. I want to open, suppose I want to open international office, I want to open global office जैसे GDS, GBS, sorry. What I will do, कैसे करूँ, कैसे open कर सकता हूँ मैं? I have to some degrees of their countries, right? US CPA Australia, ICIA just signed a memorandum in CPA Australia, right? So it's all up to you. It's all about your perception, sir. It's all about your future planning. If you want to do. सीए अपने आप में एक बहुत 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 वास्ट कोर्स है एंड वी आर वेल रिस्पेक्टेड सर. जब आप बोलते हो ना किसी सीनियर को बीकॉम वाला होता है ना कि हम सीए हैं, आई एम टेलिंग यू, वो आपको बहुत आदर सम्मान से देखता है. दे लिटरली रिस्पेक्ट यू, पीपल आर रिस्पेक्टेड ओवर हियर वेरी वेल. नोबडी फाइट फॉर यू के how did you get this position so early and we both hired at the same point of time. No, because भाई आपके पास जो नॉलेज है वो nobody can match that. Believe me, sir. बट परसेप्शन चेंज करना है, नॉलेज का एप्लीकेशन सीखना है आपको. दैट्स ऑल. देयर द स्टोरी स्टार्ट्स. आप समझो, जो भी परसेंटेज रहा हो सीए का, उसके बाद भी सिलेक्ट नहीं होते हैं बड़ी बड़ी फर्म्स में जहां आप काम करना चाहते हो. तो कंपटीशन बहुत हाई है. एक एक्टर बनना आसान है, परसेंटेज अगर कहीं मैंने पढ़ा था कि एक्टर बनना आसान है, सक्सेसफुल एक्टर बनना, लेकिन एक सक्सेसफुल सीए बनना उतना डिफिकल्ट है। तो आपको लेके चलना पड़ेगा। तो आप वो समझना कि परसेप्शन चेंज कैसे होना है ना। बस और कुछ भी नहीं, सब कुछ भी नहीं करना है आपको। आप सीए कर लो, आपने आधी जंग जीत ली है, आधी जंग जॉब में जीतनी है। And job is a good option, sir. Please don't, with all due respect to all the practitioners who want to do
Tell
the
you,
practice also.
I'll tell you few things. Nowadays, this market, if you follow LinkedIn, na, there is a FOMO being created that your CA degree is not sufficient. You are supposed to do multiple valuation courses. You are supposed to do master classes. Now, I keep on telling all these fellows, if you have not done something in 2.5 years, how can 6 hours of a lecture make you an expert in that, first of all?
Definitely.
But
No point of doing that.
I don't blame these kids. I'll tell you why. Because the kind of feed which they get on in their Instagram, in their LinkedIn, the kind of reels which they see, मैंने वैल्यूएशन कर लिया, मुझे 25 लाख मिल गए. I've got one very famous influencer. I would not like to take name. His videos and podcasts only start with one thing. He is on 32 lakh salary. He is on 40 lakh salary. He is on 60 lakh salary. His first salary is this. Only money cannot be. That guy is minting money by giving this content, but he's not understanding that what kind of a mindset he's putting in front of the people. Only money matters. It doesn't happen that way. So there is something with a sense of maturity which will get in. But these are the things which happen. So can't help.
इसलिए मैं इंस्टाग्राम नहीं चलाता हूँ ना फेसबुक चलाता हूँ। जितना है नॉलेज उतना ही नहीं एब्जॉर्ब कर पा रहा हूँ मैं। अगर इंस्टाग्राम पे चला गया तो मेरा मतलब आई विल नॉट बी एबल टू फोकस, टू बी वेरी ऑनेस्ट। आई विल ऑलवेज फील लाइक वो मुझसे ज्यादा कमा रहा है, मैंने ज्यादा कर रहा हूँ। इट डजंट वर्क लाइक दैट, रियल लाइफ डजंट वर्क लाइक दैट।
Yeah, I'll tell you, Vibhral, which I read a very good line once. I'll recite it for all these kids. I hope they take it in the right sense. That's a problem nowadays because if when you start doing too much, then they say, I don't know what this guy is trying to do. See, there are many paths. The line goes this way. There are many paths to happiness, but there is no paths to be happier than others.
आपका स्टेटस है सर आज का, सर मैंने पढ़ा था एंड
Ah,
आई लव्ड इट।
I loved the line and I shared it. There are many paths to happiness, but there is no paths to being happier than others. अब दूसरों से जीतना है तो क्या करो, और आप यही कर रहे हो तो कैसे चलेगा. बट ठीक है, लेट्स डू आवर ड्यूटी, यू डू योर ड्यूटी. I think this is a good closing note for today's
Yes,
session.
sir. I want to take only 3 to 4 minutes more.
Sure,
Sorry,
sure. All yours.
only 3 to 4 minutes, more, not more than
Sure,
that.
sure. All yours.
Because I will tell you something about my life. Okay, मैं CA बीच में छोड़ दिया था because my elder brother left Canada. He went to Canada. He's residing over there only. And my father break down because I left my home when I was in 8th standard. Went to the hostel for TPS RK Puram. There I studied whole thing. Then Delhi University. I never lived in a house with my parents. So, but my elder brother lived with throughout his life, and he went to Canada suddenly. Okay, for the job and all. I don't know. Okay, what happened? My father broke down, and then he said, "Can you come to home?" And I went home. I started working with him. Okay. Now my whole IPCC तक I completed. Then I whole पढ़ने का ना जुनून was ended. But I was not happy there. Then I started studying. I got failed in CA final first attempt. I got failed in CA final second attempt. I don't know why. I worked very very hard. I don't know why. Then one friend, or good friend of mine, he said, "We will do things a little bit differently." You know, okay, what do you want me to do? Join a course. Join a meditation course. I joined a meditation course in August. I exactly remember the date, 16th of August 2018. I joined that course. It ended on 20th August. And in next attempt, I cleared both my groups. The fear, the fear was planted in my head by me only that I can't be successful in this field. That fear was destroyed by the meditation techniques. I'm not saying everyone should do meditation and everyone will get successful. No, I'm saying I did something different to get some different result. That was meditation for me. It clicked me. The fear went away from my head. I became chartered accountant very next attempt. I landed a job in EY in one shot. I got EY job. I joined EY as an intern, to be very honest, on 18th of September 2018. Sorry, after November exams, December 18th of December 2018, I got the job as intern. Okay, then my result came on 23rd of Jan 2019. Okay, and it is the first time I cried in the office. Okay, because I can understand that feeling. So nobody knows what happened around me. Then I went into the washroom. Then I cried a lot again because it was my dream come true, right? Then after 4 5 days, my manager asked me, "Would you like to become the part of EY?" I said, "Of course." I didn't check my even options because I want to grab what I was having right now. First, make yourself secure. Okay, I now have one job. Then keep giving the interviews. Then I gave many interviews. I cleared all of them. Believe me, I cleared all of them because the confidence was on very high level. Okay, but I like the environment of EY. I stick with them. I'm having a good life. I'm again changing where I started my this whole seminar. Change the perception. Please change the perception of how you look into things, and life will automatically change. That's all. I think all of you are capable, and all of you are willing to do that because you are there right now in this seminar. It is just about start acting on it. Thank you all for listening me so patiently. Thank you for interacting. Thank you, Deepak sir. From the day I first entered the Nahata का पुराना वाला ऑफिस for CPT, मैंने वो बिल्डिंग बनते हुए देखा है सियागंज का. I read in that class also. मैंने आपकी भी क्लासेस ली हैं, बट मैं इतना इंटरेक्टेड नहीं रहा कि मैं आपसे कभी मतलब मैं अंडर कॉन्फिडेंट रहा पूरे टाइम लाइफ में, क्योंकि फेलियर हिट मी वेरी हार्ड. आई विश आई हैड इंटरेक्टेड मोर विथ यू, so you would have remembered me all the time.
It's as good
So
as one thing, sir. I've been a student and I remember, matlab, I embrace every student of mine with open arms. There is no.
यार सर, मैंने जब आप कई बार मेरे को कहीं मिले हो यहाँ वहाँ आफ्टर मैंने चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट, मैंने बोला सर मैं आपका स्टूडेंट, यू हैव हग्ड यू. मैं पाँव छूने जाता था, आप रोकते थे, हक करते थे आप. तो अब होता ना कि आई एम एन इमोशनल गाय. मुझे
नहीं,
अगर टीचर रिस्पेक्ट मिलती है ना तो मेरा दिल गदगद हो जाता है. मेरे को लगता है भाई अब तुम्हें फाड़ ही दूंगा, मैं कहीं भी कुछ भी कर सकता हूँ.
नहीं,
दैट
नहीं.
इज वाई
See,
क्रिकेट, सर क्रिकेट मेरे लिए आपके लिए था.
this is my note of happiness and this is my earnings. If you tell me, ये मेरे को अच्छा लगता है because most of the people keep questioning me why the hell are you been doing this for last 15 years, these sessions and everything. मेरे को मजा आता है and I love that. So thank you very much, Vibhral. It's so nice of you, and the last 5 minutes which you said that I never knew that and I came to know that, and now like the way you have come up against all odds, that's another thing to have one more session on different things, how to handle all this in life.
Everyone have different challenges, sir. I know, but it's all about fighting, sir. All
Yeah.
about fighting.
I think most of all the candidates who are right now in the session now should be writing up a post of the session and then tagging me and Vibral and making all of us understand that how the session was. And you all are open to give up a feedback. So thank you very much. And if you can spare a minute or so to write something to so that Vibral and me can read that how does this session help you? If you want something more to be done, that will be nice for us. So
And we will
another
improve, sir. We will definitely improve next time.
yes,
What?
yes. Why not? Even every feedback is constructive. Okay,
Yeah.
you might have thought that हम लोग कैरी अवे हो गए, थोड़ा ज्यादा बता दिया, ऐसा भी हो सकता है. It's okay. It's okay.
It happens, yeah.
Yes, yes, yes. So
कभी
और
कभी सर ऑडिट में भी एक्स्ट्रा डॉक्यूमेंटेशन हो जाता है जो हमको पार्टनर बोलता है रिक्वायर्ड नहीं था विप्रो. आई एम सॉरी, आई विल डिलीट दैट फाइल.
yeah, right. Great. Seems to be really good. And yes, thank you very much. And
थैंक यू एवरीवन. थैंक यू फॉर लिसनिंग.
thank you very much to all of you. And we'll be putting this up on Vibral on YouTube also, and we'll share the
Okay.
link also. Okay. So may I request all of you to just put up a tag to me and Vibral over WhatsApp. So, oh sorry, WhatsApp nahi, LinkedIn. Sorry. So here it comes, helping us change our level of thinking, really useful and eye-opening session. Good, good. That's what the purpose was. Me and Vibhral will sleep better today.
Yeah.
Chalo. Thank you very much, kids.
Thank you.
All the best. God bless to all of you.